race the other day. I only put 4 or 5 practice laps in just to get up to speed before the qualifying time ended and the race started, which you know what that means. Of course, that means I get pole position because I haven't been racing for 2 hours straight. When I race for 2 hours straight, oh, don't give me pole position in a full B lobby. It won't do that. Absolutely not. It'll put me in the middle of the pack in an A lobby. But when I don't have any practice, it puts me at the front in a B lobby with a sportsmanship A driver right behind me, because that's how Polyphony loves me. That's how much it loves me. He tried. This is a race that is about to teach you some lessons. He tried his best to be respectful with me, although he was not with other people. And then his engine blew up. If you can believe it, you're going to witness an engine blowing up during a race while the leader, dude, I can't even say it. You're going to witness the leader of this race, who didn't deserve to be the leader, but nevertheless, the leader of this race blows his engine on the Schumacher S going up the hill. And if you notice, he has 2,916 miles on that Porsche. You're going to witness a race lead lost because of a blown engine and really nothing else. Karma, maybe. But because I wasn't practicing a whole bunch today, and this was the first race of the day, I was on the back foot almost immediately, which is totally fine. I didn't mind if he got close to me. I was gonna let him by if he challenged properly. I would defend, of course, but I wasn't gonna go crazy. I even said at the beginning of the race, I don't need to win this. I just need to do okay. Because it wants to put me back in the A again, which it did. Even though, regardless of the results of this race, it put me back into A. So I'm an A driver again. I'm kind of just right on the cusp, back and forth between those two, bouncing back and forth. I just need to race more. I haven't really, I didn't race this week. I've been dealing with software issues all week. So I've been dealing with editing nonsense all week, and then they come out. My software program comes out with a new update today saying it fixed major bug issues. So hopefully I'm done with that, because this past week has been absolute hell. We'll slow you down a little bit there, buddy. Let's calm you down a little bit. Let's calm down a little bit. There, bud. Let's calm down. Calm down. Everything's gonna be okay, buddy. That was a fucking penalty, I bet. Oh well, that's all I can do. Deal with it. You know. You know. Everyone got to deal with it. You ain't giving no fucking space, bro. Of course you didn't. Of course you fucking didn't. Of course you didn't. Of course you didn't. Of course you didn't. Knew this was coming. Knew this was coming. This is about to get real fucking ugly. You guys are killing me with this shit. I'm boxing this lap for sure.
What is your problem, man? Do you know how to fucking drive? No.
But you saw it. I went wide here coming out of the final turn, and he had a nice run on me. So I figured I'd go middle of the road, and if he wanted to go super narrow, I'd let him. I had a feeling with sportsmanship A, he would do just that, and that's what he did. And then he went wide. Of course, he went too deep and had to hold the brakes for super long and sit on the apex, which is fine. I expected him to do that. The only problem with was whenever, because he was so worried about sitting on the apex too long, he punched it too hard and even through traction control spun the car, and it made me bump him, of course. But of course, he doesn't get damage. I get the damage, so I now have front bumper damage through the next couple turns. Sure, you could maybe say it's my fault for hitting him, but he's clearly spinning out. I don't, whatever is what it is. But he tries to be sportsmanship. Hey, he tries to be respectful here. He could have tried hitting me, whatever. He chose not to. That was this time. This race got. So with my over rotation under brakes, like I love to do, I give myself a half a second penalty for this gem. White line track limit. I got to do it one more. I got to over rotate one more time for good measure. And of course, whenever someone's right behind me. And we go side by side through the Schumacher S, and he does not leave room. You could, if you go side by side up the Schumacher S, there's not going to be much room to give. So if you're going to do it, you better be perfect, and he is not. You tell me, is this on me? I feel like he had plenty more space over on that right-hand side, and because of the nature of the turn, he couldn't make it. That's on him. But then we both served the penalty. Sportsmanship S and sportsmanship A, where do you think they go? Both leaders of the race have a half-second penalty. One has sportsmanship S and one has sportsmanship A. I wonder what they'll do. So I pull off the racing line even though that's behind me because it's the right thing to do. He stays on the racing line, which causes this whole mess. And right here, I'm like, I was on pole. I let this dude take the front. He almost spun himself and we bumped. Then I went back in front. I got myself a half-second penalty. That's on me. And now we both have a half-second penalty right next to each other. But after this turn, I don't know. I didn't see what happened. So I was just like, how did he stay P1 and I stayed P4 and I dropped to P4 when we both had the same penalty? What the hell? I was worried about myself, but he does this. What? So instead of pulling off the racing line like he's supposed to, he stays on the racing line. Causes a little bit of chaos behind him, I'm sure on purpose. And then he just leaves it up the inside on SSG, not letting him turn in. And then he does not give him the position, not at all. Then I think he's mad at this guy for just passing him and bumps him. I don't know. It's really strange. But what if I told you that the guy that does this to keep P1, something bad happens to him really bad later. Like something really bad that I've never seen happen anywhere else. And I want to know if you've ever seen it happen before. Have you ever seen karmic justice quite like this? You tell me. But they don't care about Nick Nack at all. They're going to play this game with each other. Well, okay. They care so much. Then neither one of them give any care to Nick Nack at all. SSG just smashes Nick Nack when he comes through. I guess Nick Nack wasn't supposed to ever turn in, but he left the space open. You know, what are you gonna do? Someone somewhere will say he shouldn't have left the space open. Someone somewhere will say he left the space open and let them go down the inside. I would say that person is gross. That was gross. And if you're, I'm doing back here. I'm back here just watching. Like, okay, who's gonna kill each other? We're about to go. We were going to attempt to go 3 wide through that turn. If I'd have hung it around the outside here, awards, win awards, the nothing award. Hello, sir. We're calling you to let you know you won the fucking nothing award for fucking doing jack shit. Congratulations, it's in the mail. Damn it, same camera angle. Why you gotta mess with me? And because of all this stuff between P2, 3, and 4, P1 is out there just running away when we all know, we all saw. This is, so I'm just a bystander in this. Yeah, that happened. So SSG loves to stick his nose down the inside, and he backed out of a couple moves on me. So there was a couple moves he was sticking his nose in on me, and he backed out of it, and he should have. But he continues to do it, and I don't know. I mean, I could have did it to him. I mean, I'm pretty close. You know, I let him go. He moved down the inside at the last second under braking, fine. Then he bumps him, starts to spin, and then knocks me into the sand and keeps on going. So got that to look forward to also. Poor freaking Nick Nack. I felt so bad for Nick Nack. He did the same thing I do under rotation, over rotation, under braking. Then he gets touched. Then he gets tapped again. And SSG, after the race, I just tagged them both and just said, unfortunate. I don't know what else to say. You know, it's one of those things. The guy that's out in front, we're already mad that he shouldn't even be out there because of what he did to SSG. So I want SSG to have a chance to go, us all to go chase after him. And then this happens. Just really bad. And no, I don't expect them to slow down. And SSG, yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll be in position, but I get it. It is what it is. I wouldn't ever expect somebody to slow down from P3 from something like that. But SSG, make no mistake, that was everything that happened there was 100,000% on you. Knick-Knack started an over-rotation under braking, but caught it perfectly fine. You went up, you were sliding behind him, went up the inside, tapped his right rear bumper while he was getting on the gas. He started to spin, and while he was mitigating his tank slapper madness he was dealing with, you touched him again. And then that took you to the left. It saved you and caused me to go into the sand when I had nothing to do with it. So it was just...
This is the maddest I've ever been!
It was rough. The penalty phase was hard. Him not giving me space out of the top of Schumacher was hard. The whole thing was hard. I know for a fact you haven't pit yet, and you're holding me up, dude. I fucking know you haven't boxed. I know you haven't. That's some fucking bullshit you're doing right here, dude. Really. Dumb. Why are you fighting me? You ain't got no grip. The fuck? Goofball shit. Goofball shit. Oh well. Things are happening up front. What's he fucking doing? SSG and Chargles come into the pit. I stayed out. I stayed out with Griswold, just chasing him. I just thought I'll get some fresher tires to the end. And I thought Griswold, with his, I felt like he was going to have a temper and have a little, be a little bit emotional. I know I sound emotional all the time, but I'm really not. I just sound like it. I just have strong emotions very quickly and then they go away. But this dude was like, you could tell that like shit carried and stayed with him for like multiple turns. He was like, I don't know, it was just kind of strange. But I carried on chasing his ass. He had like a 5-6 second lead now at this point, and I'm like, damn. Like, we were just, I swear, just a second ago, we were serving a half a second penalty next to each other, but now he has like 5 seconds on me. You know, so I come out of the, I have a little, I don't know, I said something to Lufa after the race. I just asked him why, and all he said was Flamma, which means flame, but I imagine that might be, I don't know if it's some sort of slur or something towards me, or if that was something mean towards me, I don't know. But I just said why. I asked him why, and his answer was Flamma. So I said, dumb. It's just, you know, I don't always pay attention either. Don't get me wrong. I don't always pay attention. I don't know if somebody pit or not sometimes, but I was on pole position. Normally, you know who was on pole position, and you know you have not pit yet. Your tires are like this, mine are like this. You're allowed to fight me if you want. But right here, I was like, the first time I thought he was going to let me by when he went wide into turn one. And I was like, is he trying to let me by? But then he raced me, and I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Then he makes a mistake here, and I thought, oh, he's going to let me go. But then he moves to the left and blocks me. And I'm like, okay, dude. Like, whatever you want to race, let's fucking race. Your tires look like that, and I just came out of the pits, but let's race, I guess. That's why afterward I didn't call him dumb. I just said dumb, just because what he did was dumb. I asked him why, and his response was nothing. So it's just like, why? What's the point of this? And that may be him conceding and letting me by. I don't know. But normally people that do this, you know, normally people that do that stuff, it wasn't a full block, but it was pretty close. But someone that's willing to defend that hard versus someone that just came out of the pits with brand new soft tires is crazy. It's just crazy dumb. It wasted me a second and a half. It wasted him multiple seconds. It slows us both down. It just doesn't make any type of sense. There's no reason to fight someone that just came out of the pits on fresh tires when yours are halfway worn out, and you should have already pit. And you know what I mean by halfway worn out. That means they're fucking worn out. I'm thinking, all right, just stay in it. You'll get a P4, maybe P2 and P3 will fight, you know, and you'll get back into it. I'm like, that dude up front, he does not deserve this win. Man, he really doesn't deserve this win. It's crazy how he's going to win this race. And whatever, it is what it is. And then as I'm cursing him behind, look at his engine. Oh, what's that flashing? The leader of the race on lap 7, his engine blew. His engine blew on lap 7 of the lead of the race. And here comes the guy that he bumped out of the way at the chicane 5 laps ago. Remember when he went up the inside and nudged him out of the way and took back P1? Well, he just lost it at the same chicane to that same guy. Have you ever seen that happen before? Have you ever seen the leader of the race, almost at the end of the race, have his engine blow up in a Gran Turismo 7 race? Have you had that happen? Have you ever had that happen? Has that ever happened?
Has that ever happened to you?
When I came up behind him, I was like, oh, that sportsmanship A rating, what's he doing? Come on, man, I didn't even do nothing to you. I'm thinking to myself, like, damn, dude, I didn't even do nothing. I didn't hit you. I would have bumped you the one time when you were spinning out. I didn't do, like, what? Come on.
Man, I got these cheeseburgers.
I don't want any cheeseburgers.
Please, man. I suck your dick.
Like, why are you going to hit me? I didn't know what he was going to do. And then he started racing again. I'm like, what's happening? And it's because he cannot accelerate. He has almost 3,000 miles on that Porsche. And apparently he doesn't check the oil too often, because that has to be what happened. And then here comes that sportsmanship A rating. Okay, let me highlight that sportsmanship A rating, Griswold. I'm sorry to highlight you like this, but your engine is blown and you're on the racing line, dude. Griswold, your engine, what race car stays on the fucking racing line while their engine's blown, then gets bumped, and then is fucking pissed that they get bumped? Who fucking does that? He's so mad right now. After the race, he said, I reacted. To what? To what? What did you react to? What are you reacting to, Griswold? Your engine being blown up. And then, after you guys just witness all that, it's still the gods almost made it happen for me to win this. So SSG had to win, all right? And it's just like the gods were this close to giving me this win. Watch how close they were to giving me the win. After an engine blown right here for no reason. Look how close it was. Oh, the other view will show you. It's close. It's that close. That close to them wiping each other out with me right here. I was wondering what happened because I was just like, because I caught up to SSG like near the end, and I was just like, what the hell? What the hell was that? I wasn't close enough to even see. But yeah, if all that would have happened, and me and P3 would have came through to win this race on a blown engine up the Schumacher S, and these two colliding right here, I'd be running down to the store to play. But yeah, Chargos came home to win that race. Good for him. He got real lucky by not tagging SSG coming up the hill whenever he went wide. And I don't know, it was just a lot of things happened in that race. I'm super interested if anybody has ever seen that leader engine blown on lap 7 of 9. Have you ever seen that? Has that ever happened to you? Indeed, it has not.